Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Heather if you're new here. Today's video is going to be me sharing my TBR for the month of August. I thought it would be fun to reach out to some of my favorite book girlies and have each of them pick a book for me to read. So I reached out to 7 different book girlies and asked each of them if they could pick a book for me to read. I said, you can give me a good book, you can give me bingeable trash, or you can even give me a fan fiction. I don't care, just give me something to read. So let me tell you all the books that they picked for me. First up, we have Eamon. Eamon said a novel love story, which I believe this is the same author that wrote The 7-Year Slip, and I just read The 7-Year Slip a month ago or 2 months ago, and I actually really enjoyed it. I didn't expect to like it, but I did really like it, and I like the author's writing. It kind of gave me similar vibes as like Emily Henry's writing style. A novel love story just came out. I don't know anything about this book, so I don't know anything about most of these books they recommended, if I'm being completely honest, so I'm gonna be figuring out what the fuck they're about with you guys. What's funny is I found this book at a used bookstore yesterday. Why it was in a used bookstore this early on, I don't know. Oh my gosh, half my mutuals are giving it 1 star and the other half of them are giving it 5 stars. The FMC is a professor of literature. I love a book about a book girly. Makes me feel seen, makes me feel safe. Okay, the FMC, Eileen, her life doesn't seem to be going very well, and she's going to her book club retreat. Of course she's going to her book club retreat. Eee! She's on her way to her book club retreat when her car breaks down in this small little quaint town that doesn't even seem real, but it is. But is it really? Because this author tends to have little magical elements in her romance novels. So is this quaint town that she gets stranded in real or not? Eileen finds herself stranded in a quaint town that feels like it's right out of a novel, because it is. The place can't be real, and yet she's here. Oh my gosh, she's in the town of her favorite romance series. Bitch, put me in Chestnut Springs! Bitch, put me in Chestnut Springs. Why did this like give me hope? That's so fucking ridiculous. Why did this give me hope? Why am I sitting here in my brain being like, I could get stranded in like a Chestnut Springs-esque town? Stop it. Okay. The MMC of this book is a grumpy bookstore owner with mint green eyes. Thank you, Eamon, for this book recommendation. Thank you. Next up, I asked Taylor to pick a book for me, and Taylor picked The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Taylor won't shut up about this book. She loves this book. I'm pretty sure this is her #1 book. She loves it with her entire heart. This book is by V.E. Schwab, and we all know I read Vicious by V.E. Schwab and really enjoyed it. Therefore, I feel like I'm gonna really enjoy this. This book is available on Libby through my library, so I went ahead and got it, and I already downloaded it. So I'm ready to go, Taylor. Don't worry, I'm gonna read it. She's been trying to get me to read it for months. Set in France, 1714, in a moment of desperation, a young woman makes a bargain to live forever and is cursed to be forgotten by everyone she meets. That's crazy. Also, speaking of Tay, she literally just texted me. Her spidey senses were tingling. Next, we have Jolie. She ended up picking Don't Call Me Daddy, which is free. Which is free on Kindle Unlimited, and she said, I think she said she binged it in like a day or something. She gave me a bingeable book to read. Now, based on the title, will this be revolutionary? No. Will it be bingeable and fun? Hell yeah. It's a small town billionaire age gap romance. I'm sad. My family was never supposed to meet my fake fiance, except she just walked into my hospital room looking just as surprised as I am. All because of one white lie. They think we've been together for a year, but I only met her last night. I already downloaded this on my Kindle. I'm ready to go. Mads ended up recommending Love Unwritten by Lauren Asher. I DNF'd the first book in this series, so I am very nervous about this. She said that she thinks I'm gonna like it because it's very slow burn, and I've been told by multiple people that I'm very much gonna like this one because of how slow burn it is, but I didn't like the first one because I felt it was too incredibly slow, so I'm not expecting to love this book, but I am hoping it surprises me and I end up really liking it. Lauren Asher books, for me personally, are hit or miss. I have hope for this one for some reason. What scares me though is that I think it is a 600-page romance book. Has it ever been that deep? No. Okay, next up we have Eden. And Eden ended up picking Ready or Not by Cara Bastone. What's funny is I've been on the wait list for this book for several months through Libby, and I think I have 2 weeks left, which means I'm gonna get it in August, so this is perfect timing. I believe this is a pregnancy trope book. The girl's pregnant with another man's baby, and the MMC is her best friend's brother. We all know I love a good pregnancy trope book. When done right, it's wonderful. The unplanned pregnancy cracks open all of the relationships in her life. Eve's loyal friendship with Willa is feeling tense right when she needs her the most. And it's actually Willa's steadfast older brother. It's actually Willa's steadfast older brother, Shep, who steps up to help Eve. He's always been friendly, but now he's checking in, ordering her surprise lunches. No, stop, I'm about to cut the cameras. Let me finish the paragraph. Good God. He's always But now he's checking in, ordering her surprise lunches, listening to all her complaints, and is suddenly kind of hot. Thank you, Eden. Thank you. Next we have Steph. So she ended up picking Here With Me by Brooke Montgomery. Steph said she knows I love cowboys and DILFs. So that's why she gave me this book recommendation. Thank you, Steph, because I do. I do love cowboys and I do love DILFs. If you guys don't follow QT, then you need to, because her content is so good. Not only is it just pretty content to look at, it's so aesthetically pleasing, but she's just such a fun person. And also I think she was on The Circle and like a cheerleader for a famous sports team or something. She's just cool and I'm obsessed with her. She ended up picking 5 Years From Now by Paige Toon for me to read. I have never heard of this book before. Nell and Van met as children when their parents fall in love. What? They become best friends and each other's whole world. Then tragedy strikes and Vaughn is sent to the other side of the globe. Okay. 5 years later, they find each other again, but they're no longer children and the bond between them smolders into flames. New feelings surprise them both until an untimely discovery tears them apart again. Fate brings Nell and Vaughn together every 5 years, even as life and circumstances divide them. Do I fully understand what's gonna happen in this book? No. That was a little bit vague, but I'm kind of here for it. I'm nervous. Why am I I'm nervous. I feel like there's not gonna be a happy ending in this book. Oh my gosh, best friends, first kiss, first love, 5 years from now, what will they be? Wrecked. That's what I'm gonna be. And lastly, we have Steph, another Steph, but with an F. She recommended Not Another Love Song. This is the most beautiful cover that I have ever seen. I think I said the Ready or Not cover was really pretty. This is prettier. This is pretty. This is like the tension, the strap slipping. It's so beautiful. I can't wait to buy this book, hopefully love it and display it. I've never read a book by Jolie before. Is this one free on Kindle Unlimited? Because I think her first one is free on Kindle. It's not. Forget Me Not by Jolie Soto. I think that came out last year or the year before. That one is free on Kindle Unlimited. This one is not. Allie Hazelwood said that the cello scene in this book will change your life. Given the cover, I believe her. Probably. When professional self-taught violinist Gwen Jackson plays, she disappears into the peaks and valleys of each song. Xander Thorne is the exact opposite. A cellist and a rock star. He's all about big emotion, but not even hit. You guys can't keep getting away with this. Get it together. But not even his 6'4" frame can contain his skill, his genius, and an attitude that borders on jerkitude. Is that a word? I don't know. I don't care. All I heard was 6'4" and I said, yee, let's go to Barnes & Noble. Not only did it take Xander a year to notice that he and Gwen both play in the Manhattan Pops. It took him a year. No, shut up. I'm so excited for this. But he also always seems to have the perfect cutting criticism about her technique. He would get the throat punch. A punch to the throat. When Gwen is offered the role of first chair of the orchestra, something Xander has secretly coveted for years, their existing hostility goes up a notch. No, Grace, I'm excited. And those are all the books that are on my TBR for the month of August. This is just a super fun way for me to get to read new books that weren't necessarily on my radar, or I hadn't been planning, or I've been putting off reading, because a few of these have been on my radar. I've just been putting off reading them. Or I've said, oh, I really want to read that, but I've made no move to actually go get it and pick it up. Thank you to these wonderful book girlies for picking my TBR for this month. And thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I'll see you next week.